Even so, after I got married at an early age, I was 22. I gradually got used to living with someone else. After I left college, I ran a bar, so I learned the importance of being with others and the obvious point that we can't survive on our own. Gradually, then, though perhaps with my own spin on it, through personal experience, I discovered how to be sociable. Looking back on that time now, I can see that during my 20s, my worldview changed and I matured. By sticking my nose into all sort of places, I acquired the practical skills I needed to live. Without those 10 tough years, I don't think I would have written novels, and even if I'd tried, I wouldn't have been able to. Not that people's personalities change that dramatically. The desire in me to be alone hasn't changed, which is why the hour or so I spent running, maintaining my own silent, private time is important to help me keep my mental well being. When I'm running, I don't have to talk to anybody and don't have to listen to anybody. All I need to do is gaze at the scenery passing by. This is a part of my day I can't do without. I'm often asked what I think about as I run. Usually, the people who ask this have never run long distances themselves. I always ponder that question. What exactly do I think about when I'm running? I don't have a clue. On cold days, I guess I think a little about how cold it is, and about the heat on hot days. When I'm sad, I think a little about sadness. When I'm happy, I think a little about happiness. As I mentioned before, random memories come to me too. And occasionally, hardly ever, really, I get an idea to use a novel. But really, as I run, I don't think much of anything worth mentioning. I just run. I run in a void. Or maybe I should put it the other way. I run in order to acquire a void. But as you might expect, an occasional thought will slip into this void. People's minds can't be a complete blank. Human beings' emotions are not strong or consistent enough to sustain a vacuum. What I mean is, the kinds of thoughts and ideas that invade my emotions as I run remain subordinate to that void, lacking content. They are just random thoughts that gather around that central void. The thoughts that occur to me while I'm running are like clouds in the sky. Clouds of all different sizes. They come and they go, while the sky remains the same sky as always. The clouds are mere guests in the sky that pass away and vanish, leaving behind the sky. The sky both exists and doesn't exist. It has substance and at the same time doesn't. And we merely accept that vast expanse and drink it in. I'm in my late 50s now. When I was young, I never imagined the 21st century would actually come and that, all joking aside, I'd turned 50. In theory, of course, it was self-evident that someday, if nothing else happened, the 21st century would roll around and I'd turn 50. When I was young, being asked to imagine myself at 50 was as difficult as being asked to imagine, concretely, the world after death. Mick Jagger once boasted that I'd rather be dead than still singing Satisfaction when I'm 45. But now he's over 60 and still singing Satisfaction. Some people might find this funny, but not me. When he was young, Mick Jagger couldn't imagine himself at 45. When I was young, I was the same. Can I laugh at Mick Jagger? No way. I just happen not to be a young rock singer. Nobody remembers that stupid things I might have said back then, so they are not about to quote them back at me. That's the only difference. And now, here I am living in this unimaginable world. It feels really strange, and I can't tell if I am fortunate or not. Maybe it doesn't matter. For me and for everybody else probably. This is my first experience growing old, and the emotions I'm having too are all first time feelings. If it were something I'd experienced it before, then I'd be able to understand it more clearly. But this is the first time, so I can't. For now, all I can do is put off making any detailed judgments and accept things they are as they are. Just like I accept the sky, the clouds, and the river. And there's also something kind of comical about it all, something you don't want to discard completely.